18 weeks means 5 months pregnant. Hey guys, back today with another pregnancy update. Today I am actually 18 weeks and 4 days. It's been a really long time since my last update. I think my last one was 14 weeks. So it's been about a month. Reason being is because I was gonna do one around 16 weeks and 16, 17 weeks, but week 17 I really hit a low spot and it just kind of came up unexpectedly. So week 15 was really good, really smooth. I wasn't nauseous, I didn't have any headaches, I was feeling great. And week 16, I started feeling yucky again. I was like, okay, well, I knew it was too good to be true. It couldn't have just been over like that. So week 16 was kind of so-so. Then week 17, it was just a bumpy road. We went to my in-laws for Christmas and I did okay. I was pretty tired, but I ate. I went out with everybody, did everything that everyone was doing and didn't really take naps. So I think that I handled Christmas out of town fairly well. New Year's, I was starting to feel crappy. We came back to Rome and we just stayed at home. But we had planned a trip to Florence 2 days after New Year's. Just like a 3-night stay. And the first day in Florence, we walked around. It was raining the whole time, but we walked around. And there were a lot of stairs, museums, stuff like that. And I pulled through, but at the end of the day, I was like, I am so tired. And then I woke up the next morning feeling really out of it, like exhausted. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just tired because I pushed myself really far the day before. Well, Gabri ended up taking Indy out so I could just kind of get ready slowly and just take my time. And I got ready and I went and met them for lunch and I was feeling really, I don't want to say like dizzy, but almost like I was on a boat or drunk or something. It was a weird feeling. I just didn't feel well. And we had already had breakfast at home, so it was just a weird feeling. I remember walking to the square to meet him and feeling just yucky and not so good. And at that point, we were trying to decide where we wanted to eat for lunch and I just wasn't feeling it. So he suggested getting something and taking it back to the apartment and I was like all for it. So we went to this local market and we were going to get like some sliced meats and cheeses and some bread and tomatoes, stuff like that, and take it home. And we're standing there at the market and I start to get really hot. Like, took off my jacket, took off my sweater, my scarf. I was like, is it really hot in here? And then all of a sudden I just had this feeling like I needed to sit down. Come here. So I wanted to sit down, but there was nowhere to sit. So I kind of just leaned against the counter. And I wasn't like saying anything to him, but I felt like I was gonna faint. I don't know, I've never fainted before. But like my legs felt like they were like jello. Like they were gonna give out on me. And it was the strangest thing. So I just kind of leaned against the counter while he paid and then we walked out and I was like, I don't feel good. Something is not right. So we slowly made it back home, which was just like a 5-minute walk. And we made the sandwiches super fast. And once I started eating, I immediately felt better. So I think that I just had like low blood sugar and also a combination of low blood pressure, which is a symptom you can have during the second trimester. So I think that's what had happened, and then also just exerting myself a lot the day before. But it was weird. I never experienced anything like that with ending my first pregnancy. So that was interesting. Another symptom that I'm experiencing, but did not really experience the first time around, is I'm starting to get more emotional. And I'm not a very highly emotional girl. Like, I don't cry a lot. It takes a lot for me to cry. I would say my husband cries more than I do. Sorry. Sorry, babe. I just put Indy down for a nap and she's talking to her stuffed animal Dante. She's so cute. The other night we put her to bed at 9:30. It was Saturday, and we put her to bed at 9:30, and she talked and cuddled her stuffed animal Dante until like 11:15 at night. I was like, what are we supposed to do? Should we go in there? But she was just totally content. She wasn't crying, so as long as she's not crying, I just left her there. Anyway, that's another thing. Bad memory. I lose track of what I'm saying all the time. I forget what I was going to say. I don't remember things. I lose things. That's pregnancy brain, I guess. But emotional. So I had like a little breakdown the other night where something had happened. Something somebody said just kind of set me off, and I got really upset and really emotional about it and started crying, and then it just kind of brought out all of the other things that I was thinking and emotions, and I just wanted to I just felt like crying, and it's the first time I've cried this pregnancy. So then I went to the bathroom and I was trying to get a hold of myself, and Indy, of course, follows me in there and makes everything all better. But I don't know. I still can't help but feel sad. I read this article the other day about another mom expecting her second child and feeling the same things that I've been feeling. Like, Indy's so young, she's not going to understand why a lot of the attention will be going to a new baby, and why it won't just be me and her anymore. And I am just so afraid that it's going to change our relationship. I'm so afraid that she is going to become closer to everybody else, which is a good thing. I want her to be close to Gabby. But I'm afraid that I'm going to be stuck with this sounds so bad. I'm going to be stuck with the new baby. Of course, I want to be. But everyone will be taking Indy away from me, grandparents, Gab, to give me some time just to kind of rest. But obviously, the baby will be attached to me for a long time. And I'm just afraid that our relationship is going to change, and I don't know. I just really don't want that. So those thoughts still haven't gone away, and I don't know. I'm sure it will be okay, and I know that we want to have a big family. I just I'm just scared. So last week, week 17, I was sitting on the couch. Indy was already asleep, and I could have sworn that I felt the first kick. It was so slight that, I wasn't sure if it was like air bubbles or just like something, organs moving around or doing their own thing, but I could have swore I felt something. And then this week there have been like 2 or 3 times when I feel something so tiny, just like tiny little pokes, and I'm pretty sure that they're kicks or punches or something. And that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Finally feeling something nice is it makes all of this a lot more exciting. Also, I do have an interior placenta, which means that the placenta is in the front of the baby. So it's kind of like having a cushion. Like I have my stomach and then the placenta and then the baby. So they say that it takes a little bit longer to feel the baby moving around and kicking since you have that cushion. And it's completely normal, nothing to be concerned about. So just wanted to put that out there. One last thing, I think in 3 weeks, so I'll be about 21 weeks, we are having our ultrasound where they measure the whole body just to make sure that everything is okay. And that is when you get to see really nice pictures of the baby. So I'm trying to convince Gabri to have the doctor find out the sex and then like put it in an envelope, and so we can open it up at home and find out if it's a boy or a girl. I haven't convinced him 100%, but I think that I might be able to. Indy was a surprise. We didn't know if she was a girl or boy, but when she was born, she couldn't breathe and everything was just kind of a mess. So I don't feel like we had like this big moment of, wow, it's a girl. And I don't really think I got to like enjoy finding out her sex, the sex of the baby. Posey. So I don't really feel like I had I didn't get to enjoy the moment of finding out what she was. So I think that it would be nice this time to find out if she's gonna have a little brother or sister. I just think that would be really fun, and also something different, since the last time we didn't find out. It would be something new anyway. So let's hope that I can convince him, and I will obviously let you guys know in the next video. So as for weight gain, I think that I've gained about 7 pounds already. And I'm gonna blame that on just having a bigger appetite, which I'm really thankful for. I only gained like 10 pounds the entire pregnancy with Indy. So it's good, but it's also kind of scary that I'm already at 7 pounds and we're only at week 18. But we eat really healthy lunches and dinners and breakfast, but I definitely treat myself throughout the day and give in to any kind of craving that I'm having. So if it's sweet or salty, I'm definitely letting myself enjoy it this time because I'm feeling better, and I think I deserve it, right? I will show you the bump. The bump is more of like a lump. It looks lumpy. I think if you didn't know I was pregnant, you would just think that I looked pretty, that I just got chunky, but that's okay. So this is what I look like now at 18 weeks. I basically just look yeah. This is it. I'd say it's pretty low, definitely not high. So I guess that's really all I have to say for this 18-week update. Hopefully I will make one around 20 weeks since I'll be feeling better. Let's hope that it stays that way. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.